Hi, my name is Paige. I've been going to Central Christian Church for about 6 years. I met this guy online, and I fell in love with him on the first date.
So not true. Oh my gosh. You're naive.
I'm perfect in every
Yeah,
way.
coming from the guy who asked me what was wrong with me on the first date.
I couldn't figure anything out for 6 months. So. And what's your name?
Oh, I'm Ben. Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Ben.
I'm way too tall for everybody, but I secretly enjoy it. Making fun of people for it.
You know, it's amazing watching God work. And there's just so many things that I can look back on in my life and say, there's no way that I could have done this on my own. If it were up to me and God weren't there, I would be dead. I would be dead, or I would be in jail. And that's for certain. You can look at me and say like, oh yeah, you know, he's involved in the church and he's got a Bible study or two and he's got a great wife and, you know, everything looks great, but, you know, no one gets to see, you know, the kid at 21 who is parked on a bridge, you know, with no hope, you know, just asking God, praying, yelling at God, just saying, you know, give me some hope.
I grew up in the church, but it definitely wasn't like my faith for a very long time. It was really like the faith of my grandparents that kept me in, and my parents, like, and it wasn't, it was really hard growing up because, like, even though we were Christian, like, I grew up in a home that was very, like, hurtful and just not very kind to each other, and so for a long time it was a struggle.
Looking back and reflecting on times that I thought that, you know, like my dad dying or having depression or getting arrested, things that, you know, you never think of as being a positive or something that could ever be used for good, and then seeing it being used for good constantly, you know, it's just amazing watching God work in you and in others, and having hope, having, you know, something that's outside of my understanding, you know, a peace that transcends anything that I could possibly understand, that just allows me to live my life just free from having to worry about, you know, where money's going to come from, or, you know, am I going to be able to, you know, find a wife, or, you know, you just putting the focus on God and putting it on a kingdom perspective just takes away a lot of the pressure of life.
When I went to college and I decided to go find a church, he like immediately provided me like friends that had like a super deep connection with God and was doing like actually like daily devotions and like learning Bible verses, things that like I had seen my grandparents do and try to teach us, and that pushed me to then do that. And that was like the first time I felt God in my life, just seeing him like redeem my family through, even like since like meeting Ben, like Ben's witness some of that, and just seeing life come like full circle.
You know, I just wish that people could see that and really understand how powerful God is and how he uses everything. Whether you grew up in church and, you know, is your grandfather's faith, or, you know, you're just coming to Christ at 40, it doesn't matter. You know, God will use you. God will help others find him.